We are back with Dustin Jelmstead with some ways that you can make your own ninja obstacle course. Of course, he is joining us from his own real deal 4-star Ninja Academy, which you have all of the obstacles. You were showing us before we took a quick break some like trapeze bars, and I just wanted to point out that at 4-star Ninja, you have like safety measures, cushioned floors. Any safety tips that you could give parents if we are going? Most of the things you've shown us have been, ground level, but anything parents should know?
Yes. So if you are doing any kind of elevated type grip obstacles where you're going to be hanging and there is risk of falling. So what they say is if you are falling more than the height of your body, and so let's say you were 3-4 feet off the ground, you want to have roughly 6 inches of mat underneath you to fall on. And so what we do is we have matting under everything. So let's say you're putting something up at home, like a trapeze bar or something that you're hanging. You would want to hang those fairly low to the ground so that there's minimal distance of falling. But let's say you do want to have some higher up obstacles that you want to design and build. What you can do is you can actually find like an old bed mattress. Bed mattresses, there's a lot of facilities that use bed mattresses instead of getting mats. Like actual gymnastic type mats or ninja mats. And there's companies out there that build tarps that you can put over these vinyl tarps that you can put over your mattresses so that makes them weatherproof. So you can leave them outside all year round and they won't break down from getting rained on or from all the elements that we see up here. So if you're looking at, a few feet off the ground where you're going to be hanging and you could potentially fall, make sure that you have some sort of padding underneath that so that you not just falling onto cement or ground, grass, that sort of thing. So let's say you had a deck and you wanted to hang some stuff off the sides. So let's say you have an elevated deck. You could add some plywood to the sides and then you can screw on all different kinds of things. But then, yes, making sure that you're putting the padding down underneath it to minimize any falling the potential that you could have is very, very important.
I love that. I want to point out too that I find it fascinating that different teachers have approached you in STEM classes. It seems like, this is not just a great workout, it's also kind of a science project in putting this all together.
Yes, those STEM groups, I love doing those because you get these kids come in and they've been thinking about how to design their own courses themselves. And they can get real creative. They've actually helped out with some of our ideas, which has been a lot of fun. And, they're talking about, we have some obstacles that we've purchased that have already been designed, but using, let me see if I can get my camera flipped around here. So using some of the obstacles that we have purchased and kind of explaining to them, getting a measurements, that sort of thing, so they can design something or try to learn to create something on their own out of other types of materials other than, the foam padding that these are made out of. And so right here, so Brad Butcher, the other owner, he is an architect. He went to school to be an architect. And so he's come up with a lot of these designs himself. We'll think of ideas and get these ideas from people. So for example, these are just some A-frame boxes that he designed where we just took plywood and 2x4s and made an A-frame out of that with a nice solid base on it. And so these are different things that we talk about and kind of explain with these STEM groups is you draw something up on paper and think of different ways that there are different materials that you can use to create this and then making sure that we have, for example, a wide enough base so it doesn't just tip over on you if you try to climb on it. So again, always with safety in mind, figuring out the best way to design something has been a big part of Ninja in general is that creativity side.
I love it. I love this. And this is perfect timing. So maybe, school, there's a couple of weeks left of school. Maybe you want to try to do something like this, maybe on your bucket list. I love the whole family element of this, like just the talking about it, planning it, doing it together. And of course, a great place to kind of check out and see what your options would be to go check out 4-Star Ninja as well. So before we let you go, Dustin, why don't you tell us where you're located and your hours?
Yes, we are located off of 45th Street by Space Aliens or Wild Bills. If you're right off of Interstate 94 and 45th Street, nice and easy location to get to. Our hours, we are open every day, 7 days a week. We're open till 8 p.m. We have open gym in the morning and in the afternoon. Then we've got our classes going on during the week, and then we're open all weekend for open gym as well, open until 8 p.m. We've got things like Nerf Night, Kids Night Out. We do competitions, all sorts of things. You can check out all that stuff out at our website, 4starninja.com, and it's spelled out FOUR starninja.com.
I love it. Fun stuff. Dustin, as always, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Coming up on North Dakota Today, did you know that diagnosing autism in girls can be harder than diagnosing it in boys? We'll find out why that is next.